Well, welcome back to our channel. Are you looking to put a brand new tank in your OBS F150? Try to change out your tank, or you try to change out the fuel pump, or you have a hole in it or something's wrong that you need to put a brand new tank in. Well, I'm here because this happened to me, and I'm going to put a brand new tank in, and I'm going to show you all the steps of how to do that seamless. So if you give this channel a thumbs up on your way in, if you see it helpful, and let's go through and figure out how easy it is to change this out. I'm sure you've been watching the videos as we're going through this restoration project. Winter's upon us now, so now we're going to have to move inside. Hope you enjoy it, and let's continue with the next step of this project, and that is putting in a brand new fuel tank. This tank comes with the ring and the gasket that goes in here, although I think the pump does as well. Yep, the pump has one as well. Oh, what's nice is they had this pump zip tied in the box so it's not flopping all over the place and get damaged. So what do? First time we do something like this, just compare it to make sure it's similar, and it looks like it will work. Now, one thing I did notice, and I noticed this before, the ends are different, and they send along a new end for it that you can cut this off and install it. But I think what I'm going to do is swap these two. So what we're going to do, and it also comes with a pickup filter, so the other one I got to send back. Thank goodness Amazon, free returns for 30 days. But before we stick this in there, this piece is missing. It's the float.
Is it lying in there?
So it should be in here, hopefully, somewhere. Right here. Nice plastic. Let's see. Let's make the float the same as from the old one, so you can compare it.
There are directions for these type of things.
There is directions. Should we use the directions, or should we just rely on YouTube? It don't really tell you much, other than it says do not smoke around it. That could be good. This don't really give you much. So, according to the old one, if you zoom in here and look at it, see how it goes up and then goes down in the plastic. So, see how this end is?
I think you stick it in there and you snap it on those two.
Yep. Stick it down in there and snap it in that. Snap it down in there. Push it down. And there it is. That should be good. Okay, we're going to do, you probably saw the video of the rear tank being installed, or the differential fluid being changed. So we're going to use the same stuff. This is called the Ultra Gray gasket maker for high torque, high temperature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a little bead of this in around this ring, so this seal can be placed right evenly the whole way around, and this will hold it into place. So I'll just stick just a small bead of this around. Smeared some of this around where I missed. And then we'll lay this around there and space it out where we want it. See how that's spaced out? Now the gasket, or that seal, will stay in place while we move this pump around, which I think we had it this way, right?
Correct.
So now let's kind of tuck this down in here like this. There we go. Now we got it down in place. And we got that into place. Let me grab a screwdriver and a hammer. Okay, I know you saw that I put this in already, so I took it back out because I wanted to be able to share with you that's watching us exactly what we did, so I had to take it back out. All these wires going in here on the old one, all the wires going into the new one, we had to make sure we matched them up when we put a new end on here because of being wired into the truck. So we had to make sure the right color wires correspond to the right wires down here on the old one. So Levi went ahead and labeled them all, put labels on them. The top he put what this one, the old one, was. The bottom is what this one is and what it stands for. So these two over here on the left are for the pump. These two on the right are for the level. Of course, black is power, gray is ground.
So just the other way around.
Oh, I did it the other way. Yeah, gray is power, black is ground. And same way here. This purple one is power for the level.
Black and gray is.
And black and gray together, striped, is for the ground. Now we're going to go ahead and put this back together, but we're not going to go show you it the second time how we did it. So we'll be right back. Okay, we have a change of plans. We're going to change this harness the next time because it's starting to get dark out, and I want to go ahead and get this painted. We are using the Rust-Oleum Undercoating Pro Grade. Of course, I have a link down below as always if you want to use the same stuff. So basically, you're probably asking the question, what am I doing here? It's already painted, but this is undercoating, and based off of that tank, how it looked before we cleaned it up and realized it was rusty on the inside. It gets bad rust around the seam, around the seams, and then right here at the straps.
And especially around.
And then around the ring as well. So what I'm going to do is put a coat of this coating around the seam and then around this ring. That way the gas tank lasts for 50 years instead of 35 like that one. Don't mind me. Hold up. I need the mask. I need the face mask. Let me go get it.
Oh, they figured that one out.
Okay, Levi, how's this OBS project going? So, what we want to do is swap the ends. And as we mentioned before, we went ahead and marked these because the colors are different on this one, the wires, than they are on this one. And we want to make sure that when we install this thing that it's going to work properly. So we got ourselves 4 ends. So just go ahead and cut the wires and stripping the insulation off. What size did you use that's working? 12 is
the size enough.
Yep, that's good. Make sure it's about a 1/2 inch, and you twist it around and pull it off. Just like that. Awesome. Go ahead and do that to the other 3. And then we're going to cut off a couple wires at a time. So we don't have to worry about the different wires colors yet. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. You want to wrap these small copper wires so they're nice and tight, and slide it over here and twist at the same time so that they go in the hole. And then we want to use the center one. Make sure it's tight. If it pulls off, you need to start over and use a brand new connector. And basically, the insert in here, the insulation goes in, the edge of the insulation should go into the edge where it goes from big to small and not past. smash it against the copper. Now that we have these ends on, now we want to protect these from moisture, because moisture can get up through here and corrode those wires. So we got to set a kit on Amazon, of course, and we're going to use this particular size here, which is 1/4 inch by 3 inch and a 1/2 inch wide. So we determined that the same layout is the same on both pumps, right? The colors. Basically, we're going to do the same thing as we did before. Stick this one in here. Turn it as we put it in. And crimp it tight. And it's tight. Now what we're going to go ahead, we're not going to show in the video, we're going to go ahead and connect the other 3 as well. So we're double checking, we're going to double check, because we don't want to put this tank in and then the thing don't work. So when the old plug is black and gray, this one's the same as this one. And
black and white.
Black and white and gray and red. Black and white, gray and red. Okay, the next one over is purple. Second one over is yellow. So this is purple and yellow. And then the next one is what? Gray and pink and black. Gray, pink and black. And the last one is black and black and black and black. I think we have it. This OBS is going to work. I hope so. All right, see how this is what it should look like. We got these little shrink wraps. Now the black and the red doesn't really matter. It's just on other projects that's positive and negative. So now we're gonna slide these over top of the fittings. Each one of these. And you wanna slide the connector in the middle here. Slide the last 2 over. It's in the middle. Then the last one. Okay, we got it over it. Guess what? Houston, we got a problem. And thank goodness we found out that it pulled out now, so we could fix it. Now, how do we fix this, Levi?
I don't know. Do we undo it or do we get a new one?
We have to get a new fitting. And it's tight. Now let's slide this up over. I think what happened is when I was pulling on this, it pulled it out, which was good, because then we found out we've had a problem early. Okay, so these are all coated. We're gonna take ourselves a little torch like this and put a little bit of heat on it and then shrink it right on. See that? You don't want to keep the heat on there too long, because then it melts it. Or maybe not melts it, but it burns it. There we go. That's what it should look like. What's the next step?
Electrical tape.
Electrical tape.
Do you want to over top that or?
Yeah. I'd start over at the, yep, just like that. And then just wrap it around, kind of putting it on there tight. That just helps protect it from the road dirt and everything else. Kind of helps hold everything together real tight. Now we could have cut some of that conduit off of here and put it over here, but I think this is just as good. And you kind of overlap it a little bit like you're doing. I'm sharing this so the viewers know what you're doing. And I'd go the whole way out to the connector. We got an afterthought here, and we might just use some of this old conduit. And go ahead and cut that. It's a little bit strong, isn't it?
A lot of it strong.
Now we're able to get that on there, which is good. Now what's next step?
Put it in.
Put it in!